Sean has definitely evolved over the course of the last 10 episodes, basically. He's still the regular Joe that we met in the pilot in the first episode, but he's gone through so much, and I think that's definitely changed him.
What's going on?
I don't know, but I've had enough.
He's really starting to get frustrated with everything, and it's starting to wear on him a little bit emotionally.
You're gonna tell us what's going on, or so help me, I will shoot you in the head. Do you hear me?
He's starting to get sick of people not answering his questions.
What, do you have a picture? No. And where is your sister? Answer me!
The needle gets jammed into him, and he ages in a matter of seconds. I mean, that's pretty terrifying.
Get up!
The moment where Layla realizes the needle is intended for her and that she sees this horrific thing happen to this man and watch him age just like that. It's a horror show.
Once again, Layla and Sean are completely taken out of their ideas of what is possible and what exists in the world. It's all of a sudden a whole new ball game.
110 really represents a culmination of Thomas's first step in this plan of doing everything that Sophia doesn't want him to do.
You realize how many people will die when we're done. It's a big step for Thomas. There comes a point in time where I think Thomas really wants to have his own identity.
Do you want me to confront him?
No, he'd just deny everything. And just when she thinks he's done the most unspeakable, horrific thing with causing disease among this 200 innocent people and manipulating everyone and trying to kill me, and they go the next step further.
Do you think he would launch a nuclear attack on this country or any other?
Honestly, Simon, I don't know what he's capable of anymore.
Willowbrook Hospital. Is that where this is from?
Berg leads us to the Willowbrook Behavioral Hospital. And I think initially Layla and Sean are frustrated because they think we've reached a dead end. You know, it doesn't seem like anyone's really hiding anything. And we find this file with Abby's father. We don't know what he has to do with any of this.
How is that possible? He looks the same.
And then we see that he hasn't aged, much like the detainees in Illustranca.
Layla.
Then we find an even more disturbing file on Layla's father.
What does this mean? It's like finding out that your parents aren't really your parents, but then finding your parents aren't even necessarily human. And then how strange for the love of your life to hear sitting next to you and not knowing what he's been so intimate with for so long. I mean, that's a really serious thing.
We're gonna have to see how Sean and Layla deal with that, because the implications of that folder are so huge, and what it means not only for who Michael Buchanan is, but what that means Layla and Sam Buchanan are.
Michael is going to shock his daughter with some information that will alter her entire perception of herself and the world around her. We
don't know yet what it means when the two species breed. So that's an exciting thing to figure out for 111.
What is it?
We have a national security emergency, Mr. President, code red.
A lot of things come together in this episode, and we really wanted to give the audience some big answers and pose some big questions.
We believe that we are looking at a Soviet-era two-stage Sokka missile.
How in the hell did this happen under our noses?
Essentially, Sterling and Martinez find out that there's a missile in this small country that has never been known to be a terrorist threat.
I'm talking about a terrorist organization being behind this.
Oh, that's what's so puzzling. None of the terrorist groups we track is even remotely capable of something like this.
What I like about it is it's a divergent path for Martinez and Sterling where you don't think is connected to our story.
I don't care what region the missile was launched from. I'm holding your country responsible.
Mr. President, please.
Sir.
If I could have a moment with you in private. Immediately.
And there's a surprise at the end as we see that it's not what you expect. It was not what anyone was thinking.
Our sensors aren't detecting any radiation. The missile isn't carrying a nuclear payload.
It's not an immediate threat to them. It will prove to be an immediate threat to them.
The satellite is operational, sir.
Send it.
If you watch episode 11 and 12, you realize wow, you want to find out what the message that Thomas sent. That message is really the key to the second half of the season.